Catspaw, Season 2 episode of Star Trek, the original series. We are continuing my reviews of every original Star Trek show, including the animated series and the movies when we get to them. I'm going to use my patented, patent pending? No, my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. You're not going to see a lot of those, unfortunately, on this one. We have come to the weakest episode for me so far of all of the Star Treks that we've watched. I know people do not like Alternative Factor. I think it's better than this. Let's talk about it. So I'm going to give the storyline a 0.5. So 0 is bad, 1 is good, 2 is amazing. And you could do 0.5s here and there, so you could do 1.5. I'm giving it a 0.5, so 0.5. That's it. Like, to me, stuff happens, guys get captured, then stuff teleports and back and forth, and then they leave, and you're like, there's these two little bug creatures that did it all, and you're like, I don't care about this. I'm giving it a 0.5 because I do like the idea that there's this race that can't feel anything. Besides that, there's zero explanation as to how they're able to do all this stuff. I know that there's a similar thing in season 1 with Trelane, but firstly, that guy's got a lot of personality, and he was great. And they did explain that he's using some sort of technology to create these things. You could say it's a little bit of a Q connection of some kind, right, for that guy. These people, maybe they're kind of like another offshoot of a Q or something like that. But the personality is just not there. That woman is like super irritating. The guy is just kind of there to be there. It's like, oh, we look like, trick or treat Halloween characters. It's like, oh, okay. It's just, to me, it's just like a bunch of nonsense. Like, they land on this planet and then stuff happens just to happen, and then they go back and you're like, what was the point of even, like, was there a social message? Not really. Was there, the only neat idea was an alien race that can't feel. Okay, how are they doing any of this? It's like, oh, now we're not hypnotized anymore. All right. Yeah. The pacing, I'm gonna have to give the pacing, I'll give it a 1. Like, it's okay. I wasn't bored or anything like that. Like, it played, it was okay. I could give it a 0.5 maybe. Yeah, maybe. I mean, no, I'll give it a 1. It was okay. Like, I wasn't bored, but I wasn't like edge of your seat. Like, if you're talking Doomsday Machine, which I just reviewed, man, that is edge of your seat excitement. This is like, look, here's food that appears. Now it disappears. Now something else appears. Oh, look, the Enterprise is a toy. It's literally the Eagle Moss Enterprise. Oh, look, now it's in a cube. This is like nonsense. Anyways, I am going to give the artistry a 2 out of 2, and I'd like to point out, as I point out in all these videos, that I am watching the upgraded Blu-ray versions with the better graphics. And hell yeah, the castle looks sick. The lighting in the castle looks really nice too, which is from the show. They cleaned it up great. The surface of the planet's cool. The witches are pretty neat in the beginning. The costumes are pretty cool. Like, the wizard guy looks like a D&D wizard. The girl with her fancy thing is neat. They try to do a giant cat. That's kind of cool. Like that big cat, and there's like a big cat head or whatever. That's kind of neat. So I actually think it visually looks pretty good. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff, and they try a lot of stuff. I'm not comparing visual styles. I'm not saying like this movie looks better than Lord of the Rings or whatever, or to this show. I'm not comparing it that way. I'm comparing everything to itself within Star Trek. So within Star Trek, they tried to do a lot of cool stuff with this one. So I'm going to give them points for that. The characters, I'll give it a 1. Obviously, Kirk, Spock, McCoy, like the standard crew are awesome. Sulu's just there to do nothing. So I'm always going to give it a 1. Like, I don't think characters are ever going to get below a 1 because I always like the characters. So the only way you can get higher than a 1 is if the side characters are good. And they're just, that woman sucks. That guy's nothing. So it's just, they're just boring. It's like, oh, Captain, you don't understand. Okay, kill them or not kill them. Like, what do you want? Yeah. Enjoyment factor, I have to give it a 0.5. I mean, this one's kind of a dud. This is my weakest episode so far up to date of all the Star Treks I've watched. Alternative factor is kind of, on the meh side. What was the other one that I thought was kind of meh? Oh, Apple. Those are probably the three lowest for me out of these so far. But yeah, I'm giving this a 5 out of 10. So I mean, like, look, it's okay. I don't hate it. Again, I'm comparing it to itself. Like, I just watched the Doomsday Machine. Like, holy crap. You walk out of that, you're like, well, Star Trek's the greatest TV show ever. And then you watch this, you're like, what the hell happened here? Why is this one so awful? That's the problem. And even that Apple was not that great. Next one's iMud. So, that's not going to be that great either. Although I think it might be better than Mud's Women, but I'm not sure. We're going to see what happens when I review that one. Guys, check out my friend Clobberin Time's videos. Saturday night Star Trek. Every Saturday night they do 4 episodes. They really go in depth details with these episode reviews. So check them out. If you like my space system, please like the video. Subscribe to the channel. We're doing a lot of cool live streams. The channel's getting really popular now, and it's really getting streamlined. I'm not just doing random crap anymore. I'm trying to say, okay, we're doing Star Trek, we're doing Fantastic Four, we're doing Legion of Superheroes, we're doing some modern comic reviews, some I've taken away. I'm trying to see what's interesting to you guys, and I'm trying to give you that. I like a lot of things, and I'm good to review whatever you guys like. So that's how it's going to be. That's it, everybody. So thanks for watching. Until next time.